Welcome to DHN. I'm your host, Wade Teamer. In this video, we have breaking Vechain news. If you're holding Vechain, you've come to the right place. Now, every crypto CEO says that their token will change the world. But in the case of Vechain, I'll tell you, after 2 years of studying this project, I'm inclined to agree. Now, what I have for you in this video is not only the details of this interview, because it's not just about the UFC partnership, which we became aware of last month, but I'm also going to show you how Vechain is enabling Atwood import exports to be more efficient with their distribution process, and how Amazon Web Services becoming a technology partner for Vechain Carbon's carbon management platform is going to be big. So if you're new here, make sure you hit that like button, and more importantly, leave a comment letting us know your thoughts on today's episode. Now, let's just jump right into the information, guys. This interview, of course, is going to rehash the UFC partnership, talk about how Vechain is already making a significant impact globally in the supply chain, carbon management, and DeFi. But what I want to share with you guys is located in the depths of the article, always at the bottom, guys. Vechain's commitment to changing the world is going to start in San Marino. Now, the reason why San Marino is so important is because earlier in the year, and you can see I got my notes highlighted here, Vechain Foundation, they set up a new headquarters there. All right. Now, I'm going to give you another reason as to why that's so important. But first, let me just lay these two stats on you first. In June 2019, Sonny Liu was invited to a special signing ceremony hosted by the San Marino government to formally collaborate on the nation's goal of becoming the first carbon neutral country, a project that would go on to form part of its 2030 development plan. And we're talking about sustainable development 2030 goals here. Okay. Now, the second piece that is just, it is so impactful, and again, it explains why San Marino is so important. San Marino has invested heavily in blockchain and implemented a tranche of blockchain-based regulations, creating a highly accommodating environment for blockchain-based companies and activities. The decree, Provisions on Blockchain Technology for Business, introduces a transparent, clear, and simple regulatory framework that provides specific rules for the different applications of distributed ledger technology. A lot of people were wondering why Vechain moved to San Marino. That's the reason why. And it's also because they look to create an incentivized ecosystem in San Marino, guys. So we're talking user monetization. This ties into a lot. DeFi, Web3, the list goes on. Now, this would see residents based in San Marino rewarded with tokens for maintaining positive environmental behavior. Tokens can be exchanged for fiat and will be used in the purchase of goods and services. Notably, the project is part of San Marino's 2030 UN Sustainable Development Goals. Now, if you're new here, you may be wondering why I emphasize the 2030 UN Sustainable Development Goals. Well, the hustlers of the network will let you know that the 2030 UN Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, are the single biggest use case for crypto and blockchain of this decade. So I make it a point on this channel to keep our eyes on the prize here. Okay. Now, Vechain is also going to deploy its technology for carbon recording in the future. That's going to tie into another one of our stories. With this in place, Liu noted that there would be a more effective carbon market in the coming years. Additionally, Vechain is also going to focus on plastic reclamation from the hydrosphere, so the recycling of plastics. And with Vechain's technology, we can also convert those plastics into brand new products that can be traced and verified on the blockchain. Now, another aspect Vechain is looking at deploying its tech to is helping companies enhance their brand engagement. Now, this brings up another one of my favorite terms, digital transformation. All right, my favorite story, and this is just real quick, guys. Back in 2015, Lego was in dire straits. They were about ready to go bankrupt, but you want to know what they did to save their company? They went through a digital transformation. Now, they did not use a blockchain, but the incorporation of digital products, digital services, digital features, it increased customer engagement, so much so that Minecraft came out of it. We all know what happened with that. But companies will be allowed to leverage Vechain's tech to enable their customers to choose products that align with their spending habits. Liu also disclosed that Vechain would eliminate fraudulent activity in secondary luxury markets via the use of embedded NFC chips. This ties into story number 3, guys. Through this initiative, there will be prevention of resale fraud, which is going to keep buyers safe. So this is very big applications for not only the supply chain, but retail as well. Okay, I'm a retail guy. I spent 8, 9, 10 years in the industry before I got on YouTube, before I got into crypto. So to see so many of these crypto projects resembling things that I saw in the retail markets, in the retail field, it's just it all comes together, guys. Now here, the focus was the carbon management platform. So that's going to take us to the Amazon Web Services becoming a technology partner for Vechain Carbon. Now, this one it's pretty big because it's been happening since 2020, honestly. But following the launch of Shanghai Talian Technology Company, the company behind V-Carbon, the Vechain Thor public blockchain began an exciting new chapter on its mission to deliver blockchain-based carbon management services. In the second half of 2021, V-Carbon piloted multiple successful use cases for its technology. V-Carbon inevitably required large-scale storage and analytics solutions. Because of this, they are delighted to share that Amazon Web Services has become a technical partner. Now, in this article, they break down the reasons why. And there's also some background on the case study. And then you can see here, this is the actual case study. It's in Korean, by the way, so you're going to need Google Translate. However, I'll put all the links down in the episode guide for your convenience. Now, as you can see, this goes back to September of 2020 when China set out stringent carbon emission targets, namely the dual carbon goals of carbon peaking by 2030 and carbon neutrality by 2060. And I'm gonna tell you, when China puts their mind on something, it happens. Belt and Road Initiative. With this goal in mind, companies have had to address their existing business models to seek to reduce their carbon footprints using technological means. Okay, this sentence here is very important, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if the crypto project you're holding does not have some kind of exposure to the carbon market, they're not gonna last that long. I'm telling you, that's how big of a market this is gonna be. But V-Carbon was founded in 2021 and focuses on building carbon neutral digital infrastructure that uses blockchain technology, providing trusted carbon emission MRV solutions. Now, MRV, that's another term for just measuring the carbon output of a particular product, platform, service, tree. It's, you know, whatever you want to measure. But you'll also see MRV solutions on projects like IOTA. Okay, I got a lot of videos on IOTA on this channel, guys. But Vechain Carbon features a professional carbon asset development and management team with a great deal of experience providing carbon asset management services for enterprises, governments, factories, and more. Now, the main reasons why Vechain decided to go with Amazon Web Services, or why Amazon Web Services went with Vechain, was the most glaring need for computing power. Standardized carbon products face massive multi-source real-time and quasi-edge access needs. Basically, they need high-powered computing programs, and the one company that can provide them with that infrastructure is Amazon Web Services. And if you've been holding Vechain for a while, you'll know that the relationship with Amazon Web Services is deep. Amazon Web Services has been eyeing Vechain since about 2016, 2017. Keep in mind, Vechain was created in 2015, okay? You may be wondering why I'm so knowledgeable in Vechain. Well, there's a couple videos on my channel you would be interested in watching. But secondly, equally critical to the computing power is security and stability. By providing services to enterprise users, storage and data security become vital topics for consideration. Basically, when you put more people on the network, you're gonna have to have the necessary computing power, the storage space, in order to keep all the data organized. Again, the biggest company with the power to do that, Amazon Web Services. Now, lastly, The reason why Amazon Web Services and Vechain came together: carbon management services require powerful and effective data analytics to transform them into valuable business insights. Again, the data, guys. This is the core function that Vechain is developing first. Instead of developing the user interface side or an application that people can, just dive headfirst into the carbon market without having any safety net, no, they're taking the different approach. They're handling the data first. Okay, so all of that put together, comprehensive survey of cloud service providers, Vechain Carbon and Amazon Web Services agreed to establish a technical partnership and build the Vechain Carbon Management System as a Service. When you see SaaS, System as a Service, it also comes in Platform as a Service as well, but that's a different subject for a different video. Now, again, this just goes into more technical reading, going over what Amazon Web Services is known for. Guys, you see Amazon, we know they're one of the biggest companies in the world, and their reach is vast. And if you don't think they aren't focusing on sustainable development goals, yeah, it all makes sense, right? Now, to bring all of this around, guys, before I really hit you with the haymaker at the end of this video, let's get into Vechain enabling Atwood's import-export to launch new security sticker. Now, I know this video may be a bit longer, so if you're still watching at this point, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, letting us know what you think so far. But let's get into this technology, guys, because this one is going to be a real quick read. But basically, Atwood Import Export, recognized as the largest premium alcoholic beverage importer and distributor in Cambodia, recently announced the implementation of an entirely new kind of security sticker built using Vechain Thor's blockchain, the NFC enabled Atwood blockchain sticker. This sticker is going to be used, guys, as basically an RFID tag or a barcode that's going to be on all of their products. Okay, Atwood, they don't have a specific brand of alcohol. They specialize in distribution and import of notable brands such as Johnny Walker, Hennessy, Champagne, Moet and Chandon, Terrazas, Chandon Sparkling, Budweiser, Corona. Hey, those are the types of companies that Atwood is working with and importing and distributing for. So you can imagine that now these NFC chips, which is something that Vechain has been mastering since 2015, okay, this technology is going to be on bottles of Hennessy. It's going to be on bottles of Moet and Champagne. Okay, now, I don't know about you guys, but I know Hennessy is a very popular beverage. But there's a problem with people bringing in fake Hennessy or, diluted Hennessy. Won't be happening anymore thanks to Vechain. Now, let's wrap this all up and explain to you why this is so important. Because back in 2018, guys, Vechain became a part of something called the Belt and Road Initiative. And our members on this channel last month, I put together a piece, guys, it's about a 17-minute long video explaining to you the history of trade finance, how China had to position themselves into the global market, and then how Vechain followed them right into it. And what you'll also learn in that video is how important San Marino is to the Belt and Road Initiative. Basically, I'm gonna hit you with these points. Vechain in 2018 became the founder, okay, the head of the Belt and Road Blockchain Alliance, which is an alliance that looks to use blockchain technology to bring the Belt and Road to its next stage. Wouldn't you know it, San Marino is located on the maritime route for the Belt and Road. Okay, now I know that may all seem very crazy, but the reason why you probably haven't heard of it is because of how geopolitics work. They're not going to tell us these things, but if you look into Chinese media, if you look into media sources from around the world, they're all praising Vechain. Okay, another quick story. I was doing an IOTA video a couple weeks back and somebody commented and said that they don't even talk about this stuff in Germany. They were watching from Germany and they're not even talking about it. Yet IOTA is building out infrastructure all through Europe. Same story with Vechain, guys. So all in all, basically, if you want more super alpha on Vechain, I have two videos for you. One is going to be this top 5 supply chain video. Okay, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, Vechain is number 1 on that list. But the reason why, that's what you're going to be interested in. And secondly, the Belt and Road blockchain. This video is for our members, so in order to watch it, you're going to have to press the join button. But the benefit to that is it's only $2.99 a month, and you're going to get access to more content just like it. It's a reason why I lead with the line global adoption, global perspective, because I'm going to take you around the world on this channel. Like I said, got these two videos here. You can check them out: top 5 supply chain and the Vechain Belt and Road blockchain video. While you're watching that, of course, you know what I want you to do. Have a great day, have a prosperous day, and most importantly, if that money is digital, so is the hustle. I'll see you in the next video.